The toughest thing about staying clean and sober is you don't think that you're worth it. You don't think you deserve to be able to change. And change is a tough thing for anybody, which I soon found out in life.
If you feel like you want to use, try saying a prayer. You know, think of something else, because if I continuously obsess over using, the compulsion will take over and I would get high. So if I gave myself a break and just took a couple of minutes, because it's just a feeling, you know, and a feeling's pass.
This too shall pass, no matter what it is. There's not a single reason in the world that you ever have to pick up again unless it's by choice.
I kept wanting to fight against the animal in me who was an addiction. I learned when I stopped fighting and I got out the ring, I actually won. So I decided to walk away from addiction and holding on to it as a part of my life that I will do occasionally.
I thought I was always going to be that stigma of once a junkie, always a junkie, and I think I accepted that fact.
The ideal of severing ties with it had never really occurred. I would stop long enough until I could rebuild and then learn how to manage it. It's not a manageable lifestyle. That's what I learned.
Sitting in that jail cell, you just reflect on how you know there's a better way of life. You just don't know how to get there. And I had a guard in there say, you know, you could really make it this time. So I took that little statement and I ran with it, and that belief just grew in me.
Mommy, help!
I had a lot of consequences this time. I had overdosed a couple times, and my son had seen me. You know what I mean? So that was a really big eye-opener, and it changed my life a lot. You know, it changed my perspective a lot.
There's another way, and I believe that there's always hope out there. And as long as there's hope, then anything's possible. You know, it doesn't always feel that way, but things do get better, and you just have to want it and be willing to do some things in order to get there.
The one rock I always had to hold on to was my mother. Mom says she's my daughter and I love her, and if she asked me for my last dime, I would give it to her. I will never turn my back on her. And I'm grateful, because I think if my mother hadn't been that kind of person, giving up with it would have been a lot easier for me to do.
I have 2 kids and I have a family that loves me, and I didn't want to be another statistic. I wanted to continue to live for my kids.
When you get clean and sober, your greatest desire is to help another addict, you know, obtain sobriety. And that's the job I work today. I get to help other individuals who are struggling get some stability in their life and embrace recovery, and it's a gift.